What is going on, comic book community? Welcome to this special night. And I'm going to stop talking right now because I'm going to bring in a co-host that wants to hang out, and we're going to be rocking out the entire night. He is none other than the one, the only, John Comics with Kids, rocking out with the muscles, man.
Oh, yeah. Hello, friends. We are here to celebrate an awesome friend. We got some shenanigans. We got some amazing people already in the green room who all want to share a little bit of love, a little bit of joy about an awesome community member. And we are continuing all night to drop a link for a PayPal for the Ocasio family. That's the Jabroni family. So if you see a link for PayPal and you want to contribute to the Jabroni family, you can do that. We're going to be talking about some of Edwin's all-time favorite things, along with some of his all-time favorite people. So hopefully this is a real joyful, exciting way to remember somebody that left a huge impact on all of us.
Yes, for sure, John. He left an impact in all of us. He had a great smile, great laugh, great energy, and the chat is popping.
Yeah.
I need to drop a, just copy a link and drop it.
I just dropped it. I can do it again right now if you like.
Boom. Do it, man. Do it.
Boom. There it is. Hashtag Comic Jabroni Nation.
We just got started, man. It's going to be a long night, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys never knew, Edwin, the ruler of all the comic jabronis, man. He is the one. He is the one. And, we're celebrating what he's done to the community. He's motivated people to work out, motivated people to go get this comic book, unless it's not a Daredevil book. But
not Daredevil. Never Daredevil.
Never Daredevil.
What did he call him? Mr. Magoo knows Kung Fu?
But John, we can keep on talking because we got to get to talk about the
celebration. There is some people backstage wanting to celebrate.
Let's celebrate. Edwin is the man, and we're going to do this celebration right now, make him proud. Holy coconuts. We're bringing in right now the Hook Master, Jeffrey, man.
What's up, guys?
The Heartbreak Kid himself. Because we're going to be talking sports and wrestling with the crew. Because Edwin, huge wrestling fan. Definitely a big Randy Macho Man Savage fan.
Ooh,
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
And I think you've even got the statue behind you.
He was a big fan of The Rock, and he was a big fan of John Cena. But every time he did his, ooh, yeah. So that was, to me, I think that was his, that's his favorite wrestler. That's just,
All right, well, let's see. Who else do we got back? Anybody else backstage?
We got to bring in
other wrestling fans.
We're bringing them all in right now, John. We're bringing them all in here.
Do it.
We're bringing in the Tone. We're bringing in
Tone.
We're bringing in Honda Comics and Honda Jabroni, the cousin, and we're bringing in 84. Holy coconuts! Things just hit the rails right now. Whoa, what is going on?
Ooh, yeah. Chicken butt. Oh, man.
So good to see all you guys. And I know from hanging out with all of you that, like, the joy you guys have for wrestling, the joy you have for comics, and obviously for celebrating someone in our community like Edwin, I really appreciate you guys making the time right now.
Oh.
Now, my question is, I'm going to start off hot take, greatest wrestler of all time. We're going around the horn, starting off with Jeffrey, greatest wrestler.
The Rock.
The Rock, Tone.
That's fine.
You see, you might think the tone might say The Rock, but that'd be a bunch of crock. The tone's gonna say, most debonair, it's gotta be Ric Flair.
Woo! What about you, Sean?
Well,
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Boom! There it is.
Brett.
So, Rod, you agree?
I agree 1,000%. You can't go against the Hitman. You not go against the Hitman. I'll lock you in. You know, it is.
All right. Well, what about Comic Head? I'm willing to bet is
Yeah, man.
Macho.
I maintain that the man is the one and only Randy Savage. Best of all time. 100%. 100%.
And then I don't know, Honda. Did you? I mean, I was not a huge wrestling kid. I didn't watch a ton of wrestling. Are you a wrestling fan? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, man. Actually, my favorite is "Give Me a Hell Yeah." Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah, that Texas blood.
Yeah, can't hate on that one.
That Texas Rattlesnake.
That's like that's basically the Mount Rushmore if you think about it.
Yeah,
I mean, the chat seems to agree. I see a ton of great comments in the chat, but definitely some of the same names you guys are throwing out here. And it looks like some friends are also rolling in some Jabroni family crew members in the chat. So I saw Carla in the chat. Thank you for coming by, Carla. And I'm going to drop that link again for the PayPal if you want to donate something to the family. We appreciate that. Okay, so we can all still be friends though with picking, without any nobody's throwing elbows over those picks, right? We're all good.
No.
Nope.
Hey, I respect all those picks because I can't really hate it.
I would have threw elbows if Jeffrey went with HBK because you know Bret Hart. HBK.
Not the screw job.
So good. I was gonna say though, the one that did when I was a kid, the Undertaker was the one. I remember the Undertaker was everywhere, and I'm excited to see Agum throw an Undertaker out in the chat.
I'm a big Ultimate Warrior fan too, but
I was gonna say that Ultimate Warrior. I was gonna say that, man.
The Rock's had a longer, better career. So
When his career still going, what are you talking about?
Okay, so then you saw Edwin obviously throwing his wrestling comments into his videos, flexing and doing his workout videos. Did he ever inspire any of you guys to maybe get into the exercising thing? Because I have always failed to get into that routine. Epic fail. He was always calling me the struggle bus. I got called the struggle bus.
Hey John,
a lot.
Not for nothing. You did the push-ups.
Hey, I was doing the push-ups. Like when y'all were doing the push-up things, I was doing the push-ups. I was like, yo, man.
I was living through John's vids, man, right there.
Hey, I still enjoy JP when he does his morning runs, boy. I'll be like, yo, run.
You're
JP,
strong.
run.
You're strong.
Go, boy, get it.
when the Jabroni is walking outside, man, and then he drops down and gives you some push-ups, and he tells your freaking next door neighbor dog, shut the F up. That was one of the greatest epic moments ever.
I remember that shit.
And not only that, he would do his workouts, play some old school music, and he would tag me like, yo, this is the old school joint that Puffy playing, man.
Yeah, that's what he did, man.
Oh my gosh!
I had a sweet garage gym like Edwin had too. That thing was impressive. He had the clean setup. He was ready to go.
And it's perfect that you bring that up because Rod and I got a video from Michael Downright Nerdy, and he showed me a picture. He just built a garage gym.
Nice.
And he put this on his wall. I don't know if Rod wants to blow it up at all.
You got it.
But that's Edwin.
You can see it too.
Right there. And it says the comic Jabroni underneath, and it says, be the best version of yourself. And he also sent, his face right there. So that's Downright Nerdy, Michael. Man. So that's a great addition to his garage gym.
I think we all know that picture of his.
Yeah.
I know what picture that is. Yeah.
Always throwing the flex up, right?
Always. And then not only Jabroni throws the flex up, but he was one of us because he had the strap. He had the IC.
Oh yeah.
Strap,
the
the
white
yellow
one?
strap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He'd always
man.
do the macho and the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And like actually, I want to share this for you real quick.
Do it.
I actually, back when he first started doing videos, I was watching him and I responded to him in one of his videos, and I didn't know it was a contest, and I ended up winning this book from him.
No
And
way.
it's-
Ooh, nice.
And I still have it in my PC, and it's never going anywhere.
Dude, that's awesome.
That one.
Yeah.
That is dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I gotta say when
Oh,
that is a cool book. I like. Is that Middleton?
That looks like it. Yeah.
yep.
Damn, man, that's nice.
You picture me. I'm like in the first year of messing around with the YouTube thing, and I think I had already done a little macho stuff, right? And then I feel like when I come across Edwin's page, and we were both independently doing our thing, so we found each other like at the same time. It was like, I'm like, all right, here's this dude like in his mid-30s who's enough of a comic book fan that he's making a YouTube channel, and he's a Macho Man Randy Savage super fan. I'm like, are we best friends? Like what?
Right.
Like it's such a specific.
And that banner that he had, which is on Honda's shirt there, with basically this mashup, right, of Joker and Randy,
Yeah.
and it was like, it was so perfectly Edwin, right?
Yeah.
Batman and wrestling mixed.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I'm still waiting on Macho Man Joker Savage, man.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that issue to come out.
Drop the elbow on Batman.
Does that mean that Ric Flair gets to be Harley Quinn or something?
That's Miss Elizabeth, dude.
Well, he also was super into football, and I know that Honda knows that. Like he was way into football. Did you have many conversations with him about football?
Basketball or anything.
Yeah, football. He was definitely was a Dallas Cowboys fan. Definitely was, man. A lot of people used to, give him shit about it like that. But,
Understandably.
Yeah. But man, he was a diehard Cowboys fan, man, and also a San Antonio Spurs fan. Man, I remember we used to exchange messages between, because before, man, I was like a huge Chicago Bulls fan because of Michael Jordan.
Well, sure.
So I always just like stayed for a long time as the Chicago Bulls fan. So every time the San Antonio Spurs and Chicago Bulls would play with each other, we would sit there and text each other like, yeah, you see that? You see that he got dunked on? You see that? So we would just go back and forth. They'd be like, nah. I'd be like, nah, the Spurs are going to lose.
So
like, nah,
good.
man. So every game, dude, we had that every time.
Edwin had the best teams. He always had the winning teams. We're fans of sports. We have losing teams. Edwin had the Yankees.
That's not a losing team.
Edwin had all the winning teams, man. And I've never bust his balls.
Hey.
But,
That's because you're from Philly and you got all the Philly teams. Like, what do you expect?
well, all the Philly teams, they can suck too,
I used to give Edwin grief. I give him grief for being a Cowboy fan. I can't stand the Cowboys because I'm a Giants fan and all that. So every time the Cowboys get eliminated, I give him that smirk emoji. Like, he like, don't worry, we gonna be back next year. I'm that's Cowboy fans. That's Cowboy fans every year, bro. Next year.
Oh.
We'll be back. We've been saying that since the 90s. We're going to be back next year, man.
Yeah. So good.
Man, there's a long comment right here. I want to show this guy.
Oh, Andy's saying hi to everybody, tagging everybody. Thanks, Andy.
Man.
Thanks, man.
And Carla said that her mom and dad are thanking us for doing this. So, but it's our pleasure. Honestly, we all have these great connective memories of talks with Edwin or shows we did with Edwin, and obviously books we've got from Edwin, as you saw the tone sharing there. So I just thought this was a fun way to talk about Edwin without missing out on him. Getting to share it like this, I think is a kind of fun way to do it.
Yeah, Edwin used to connect with me through my not only just comics, but wrestling and music and stuff. And I remember the story he told about when the Royal Rumble was in San Antonio and that whole Bret Hart Stone Cold showdown, and he talked about how he was there in the crowd and he remembered that, because it was like his first big experience at that, and that was like, damn, we conversated in DMs and it was fun. We talked about going to wrestling shows when we was growing up.
Sure.
What's a crazy story to that, man? He actually met The Rock. That I believe that same day.
Crazy.
Him and one of his friends, man, they're on their way there, and there's this certain spot that all the wrestlers would drive through there, and a lot of fans would try to meet them, get some autographs, something like that. So Edwin and his friend, they were there, man, and so happened here comes around the corner The Rock. And he pulls up to the next to him, man, and he rolls the window down, man. And Edwin sees who it is. It's The Rock. Edwin was like a huge Rock fan, like everything. Like he had a lot of Rock action figures, all in his room. So he was a huge Rock fan. So he had some, I think he had some magazines with him that day that had The Rock on there. And Rock, he actually got off, man, and signed and autographed his books.
Nice,
that's
awesome.
And yeah, man, he always cherished that moment, man, forever. I remember he would always bring that up, man.
That's why he took the Jabroni name.
Yeah.
Back then you didn't want to be called the Jabroni, but now
I always like that he like spin Jabroni as like a positive, like name.
I remember the first time when I was seeing his channel, I was like, comic Jabroni. I was like, he likes The Rock. I was like, that's the. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, but it's cool.
It's a funny thing, yeah. It is.
Well, let me tell you something right now. I used to comment, but I always comment all you guys stuff, whatever I see. But I comment on Edwin's videos. I'm like, let's do live. No, man, I can't do live. And then we did the first show, Fire Path, and that was his first freaking live show he ever did. And then, sad to say, actually, it's an honor to say that his last live show was hanging out with me. So
that's like perfect bookend, awesome. Right?
Yeah, and it's pretty dope, man. The guy was filled with energy. I'm looking at Honda, and it's
the
weird.
Family resemblance, right?
It is. If you could shave your head, and you would look like Edwin. But,
I saw somebody post the video with his when he had the mustache. It was amazing.
Yeah, he had the mustachio. He had his mustachio.
But Rod, it's funny you said that he didn't want to do live because he was natural when it was live. Like his personality shined on live stream. And I didn't get a chance to do many live streams, but the one I cherished the most was when I jumped on Perry's live and you was there, Rod. You was imitating Biggie Shack. And Jabroni came in, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get the strap because Jabroni's here. You gotta always bring out the strap." And that was like the first, like one of the few times I was live with him. But he had such a infectious energy, and positivity, and always great words and make you laugh. Every time you say chicken butt on it, it's like you just start chuckling.
I had one. I had a live stream with,
you know what? Chicken butt.
We went over. We did a show on my channel one time. I went and rewatched it the other day, and we were just going through all our Batman keys. He was like the perfect partner in crime for that.
Absolutely.
And I got my Edwin book, which is kind of connected to that because it's kind of cool because he, I do the sketch I do my little. Amateur hour sketch covers and stuff.
I'll be quiet that Jake the Snake was awesome.
Yeah, I have my moments, but sometimes people are like, oh, I need you to draw me something. But Edwin is that dude that is like, hey, all right, I want to commission you. Mind you, he's like the only guy that's ever like commissioned me for something. That just goes to show like he wanted to, take part in that, so that was cool. So he commissioned me for a turtle company. He's like, how much? And I'm like, I always have and still feel like weird about asking
Taking money for
it.
yeah,
I'm like,
for sure.
You want to give me something? Let's like trade a comic book or something for it.
Right, that's fair.
You know, and he like over delivered, and that's where my first Red Hood book came from.
Ooh, nice.
I have that book out right
Nice.
here for that very reason.
So this is the Jabroni pedigree.
That is awesome, dude.
And it was a Ninja Turtles sketch cover that he asked for.
Well, in that era of Batman, I know he's a big fan. He sent me this one of the early Damian Wayne books because I was trying to get into Damian Wayne book. That
Everybody
character,
hold him up if you got him. You got
all the
bat
all the Bat books that he sends out.
Yeah, buddy. Dude, how about
Absolutely
Edwin's
awesome.
Honey Hole? What was the guy's name? Alan?
What guy?
That goes to
his
show
buddy Alan.
that
yeah.
goes to show you that he's touched a lot of people in this community, man. He's touched a lot of people in this community. And
I was like, Edwin has a honey hole connect like no other.
And I will say we tried to connect to Alan and find him, but he's not on any social media. So we'll hopefully get him to join us the next time we do one of these because obviously Rod and I don't want this to be the only time we do this.
It would not be
So many killer books from him. Oh man,
right?
He told me about some crazy deals, like awesome.
Oh, and so Alan is the one that helped him get his TMNT 1 too. They with the mystery boxes they put together and stuff. Really awesome dude. We'll probably get into him too when we get into Turtles. But Jeffrey's been super quiet. Jeffrey, what kind of things did you end up talking with Edwin about the most?
We got
what memories come to you? No, wait, Rod. Wait, Rod.
I know Jeffrey's the man.
He's for later. We still got 5 more minutes with these guys. We still got 5 minutes for these jabronis before we bring in the next jabroni. I got you. I just wanted to hear from Jeffrey. I know that you did a bunch of shows with him.
No, yeah, it was cool, and I got to go hang out with his family, and that was super cool. I was actually watching football and baseball with his dad. We were drank a lot. I showed his mom my butt, like I put. That was after a lot of shots.
All right.
Things that happen, normal things that happen.
Yes, but no, great people aren't just born into this world. They are made, molded, and developed by the parents and their family. And Mama Jabroni and Papa Jabroni did a good job. And thank you guys, the whole Ocasio Lopez family, Vanessa, the kids, Carla. Love you guys, all you guys.
And I want to thank you. Obviously, you were a great representative for all of us who couldn't be there to see and meet that family in person. So I appreciate you being one of us, like Lost in Comics, who actually had the chance to.
Oh man, I got to meet that guy.
These jabronis.
He's a freaking awesome dude. Love you, Chris. Yeah, nah.
That was like the biggest gut punch when he passed, because I cried that afternoon after I found out, because I had a chance to go down and meet him when he came to Florida, and he was with Rod and Perry and them, and unfortunately I couldn't make it because he was only here Monday through Friday, and I worked at nights that whole week, and I was like, all right, I'll get another opportunity. And I remember when Rod reposted it the day he passed. At first, I thought it was just a repost or something like that, a remembrance post or something. But then I saw Boatwright post it and saying he missed him, and I was like, what? And then the news started coming around. Perry talked about it, and he was in tears, and I was like, I can't believe I'm hearing this. And, it really hit me hard because I'm like, I really wanted to meet Edwin. He was such a great member of this community, and he just looked like a blast to hang out with, and just he
was, man.
You're gonna get a lot of fun out of him. You're gonna have a lot of great conversations and drink some beer and stuff.
He came to my house, and he was like, "What you got to eat?" What you got to eat? And I told my wife, I said, I gotta have some pizza for him. And then I didn't have any whiskey or bourbon. I had the vodka. He just said, "You got this shit for me?" Go back and watch the video. I gave him a glass. He did not drink it.
Didn't he make you go live too? He like
No, we went live. He was
and then
like,
he took
"Let's
over
go
the show,
live.
right?
He
Let's
took
go
over
live."
the show.
Hey,
And then we went live, and I'm sitting like this, and he's sitting right here, and I go, "Holy shit!" I'm hanging out with Edwin the Comic Jabroni, and it was I have to say, I was hoping that he stood the night. He didn't, and I had like the wife and I had everything planned up that he would sleep over and stuff like that, and he
Slumber
did
party.
And it just to talk, and he didn't, but it was.
I mean, you were incredibly lucky, Rod, to get that chance that obviously Sean and I and Tone and maybe even Kenny didn't get a chance to, you know.
And that my biggest regret is I never got to experience, like, I wanted to get him on Grails, and then I wanted to get him on the Hunt, and I never got. And he's a big wrestling fan, and I knew.
Right. You know how perfect Edwin would be. I would have gracefully bowed out of my macho head persona and be like, Edwin, have at it, bro. On the Hunt. Oh, I can only imagine how.
And he's tall. He's tall. And like I'm 5'6", and he walks in his house, and
he took your coconut.
We'll get to comics because we got someone backstage and we could talk about.
Well, yeah, we can probably continue, but we're gonna let these guys go. Huge thank you to you, these jabronis, for joining us. Look at them all strapped up too. Look at these guys.
Before
Rod,
I go,
it's always a pleasure, man.
Before I exit out,
man. Appreciate it for
Rod,
bringing me on, guys.
I was saying to the other guys that I have yet to meet in physical form, and I know you say you're going to be there tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, man. I got to link up with you, sir.
Hell yeah! My closing word, if I may, is the Comic Jabroni YouTube channel is still there. It's still kicking. If you're catching this and like you didn't catch him, before we lost him and stuff, dude, tons. You could deep dive through all of his stuff and just like what he was about. It's worthwhile, dude.
I totally agree. I've been watching his videos all week and looking at how many of us had commented, and it's awesome stuff. And finding whiskeys every time I go in, finding new whiskeys.
There you go.
He was a family man and loved his kids, Nico and Nora. So.
And you can support Vanessa and the kids. I'll drop the link again for Vanessa's PayPal if you guys want to do a little something for the family. We do definitely appreciate that. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to continue on. We did wrestling, we did sports, but obviously these guys are talking about it already. We're going to talk comics with some people in the community as well. So, Rod, you want to rotate some people for us here? See if we can shuffle the deck a little bit here. We got Brian from Simple Man Comics. What is going on?
I'm excited. I'm excited just to be in the group with a bunch of people that's on the screen right now. This is awesome.
Honda, I'm going to kick you out for 1 second. I'm going to let another people.
Already.
Man.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Yo, I know Sean is busy, man. So we're bringing more cats in the house. Well, Honda wants to hang out. We're bringing in more cats in the house.
So if you don't know Brian from Simple Man, or if you don't know Burke, or if you don't know Chris from Lost in Comics, these guys, I've seen you guys blow up huge channels going from. I mean, I remember watching Brian and feeling like this is like cool. I could do this, and then Brian's like, "Now what? You're huge, Brian."
I never think of it as huge because I always think of it as everyone that's on the screen right now is it's a family, and you're showing it right now with this video, and like John, I mean, was it 2 years ago at Baltimore?
Yeah.
I bought like 0 books because I spent the whole weekend talking to you guys and everyone from Comic Con and got like no hunting done just because I enjoyed talking to everyone about YouTube and comics and videos, and even more so talking about not people that not the comic stuff, just the people stuff, and learning to know more about those people, which is what I did with Edwin a lot in the background, which is why I'm glad, super honored when you reached out and asked to come on here, because
of course
Edwin was a great guy, great person. And
I remember, like, before he passed, he was so excited talking about opportunities he was looking at to do stuff with you guys. I know that he had been meeting up with Chris. He took Chris to his they had LCS hangout time. Super jealous about that. And then, of course, you guys share a lot of the same love for certain characters too in comic books. Burke,
Club.
Burke, I know you got a lot of same joy from comics that Edwin has, right? DC, especially, a lot of DC love going on there. What kind of stuff did you guys talk about?
We talked about a multitude of things. Like, I remember just messaging him all the time. We did a couple streams together. He got monetized way before me, so he was able to help me, figure out, like, find my way, figure out how to do things, do this and that. And he was on my channel a couple of times, talking about how to build your YouTube channel, how to monetize it, all of that stuff. And then obviously we talked about Ninja Turtles. Anyone knows me knows I love Ninja Turtles. I love it, all the movies, the animated show back in the day, and we also like DC a lot. I remember when he got stationed in Georgia and he picked up all these new DC keys, Batman keys. I remember being so jealous that he's picking those up and he was getting great prices on them. And it's just, I still remember talking to him about that, commenting on his videos, and then obviously I remember talking to you the day it happened. So it's just it's been tough, and I've been trying to remember as much as possible. But great guy, and we miss him dearly for sure.
And then Chris, I've thanked you like too many times, but I'm going to do it one last time officially here. Being the community representative at his service was amazing. And if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the service, they aired it through the funeral service. They actually had a live stream, and Chris got up and spoke for all of us who couldn't be there. And I huge thank you for doing that for all of us, man.
Yeah, of course, man, and thank you guys for inviting me this evening. It's a great evening, man. Great time to celebrate Edwin. You can't help but, I know we're all trying to keep it together here, share the good moments. That day at his funeral service, man, I had a great memory that I wanted to share, and that I don't know if his parents are watching now, but I got to take a shot with his father in the back in a back room. And he was like, Chris, come over here. Let's get away from all this. And we went to a back room and we took a shot together, man. And it was what
were you drinking? What were you drinking?
Oh, it was good. I guarantee it.
It was some type of premium bourbon whiskey, man. I mean,
knowing Edwin's family, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, we had like 4 bottles there.
Yes, dude, and it was just such a great experience. And I told him, I said, you'll never understand how much this means to me. And as far as just taking a shot with him, and but yes, dude, I was there at the service, and I remember feeling just compelled. All you guys that he's meant so much to, all the videos he did, all the live streams. When I was there, I felt this heaviness to just, man, there's nobody here to represent this community. And I was pretty fresh to this community at the time. So, I got the courage to just stand up and just say something. I know you guys were all watching, and
it meant a ton to me. It meant a ton to me.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, yeah, sure, man.
And if you haven't seen Chris and Oscar when they do their reviews and they rate a book based on how many jabronis it gets,
yes,
those video clips are some of my favorite things on YouTube. When he's like, "Oh, this gets 4 jabronis," and then they play this audio clip of Edwin. That's
right. and that the least quality book gets a 1, and of course that's the hot doo-doo water, right?
Hot doo-doo water.
Hot doo-doo water.
Well, we all been down that road when it comes to doo-doo water, man. If you mention a Daredevil book, you get doo-doo water.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still proud of the fact that I got Edwin to read and enjoy a Daredevil book, and that video is still on his YouTube channel. It's still there.
No, don't talk about it, John.
He read it and he loved it and he signed it and he sent it off. So it's floating in the community somewhere.
Yeah.
I forgot to say hello to Agu, who just jumped in too. Agu, I went back and I watched a ton of Edwin's videos this last week and a half. It's been great. And I saw how many times Agu was leaving comments, how many times Agu was supporting. And it just really made me feel like it's amazing how connective kind of this community can be. What kind of books did you talk about with Edwin, Agu?
Well,
I'm assuming Batman.
Batman, yeah. So I remember it was like Christmas, I think 2019 or something. And everybody talks about Marvel, right? My hat's off to you Marvel guys, okay? Fine, whatever. Anyway, so I looked up DC Comics Batman and Jabroni popped up.
Boom.
And I'm like, okay, he's putting the comic book on the chair. Okay, he's doing this on the chair. And man, good thing I was like, all right, fine, I'll sub this guy. Whatever. DC Comics on a chair. And then lo and behold, what he became, But yeah, it was a DC Books. And each time I would like, hey, I'm looking for this Two-Face book, and this guy's offering it for this much. What do you, this price, blah blah blah. And he'd be like, no, that's too much. Hey, that's pretty good right there. Feel that one out, that sort of thing. So I talk leads with him, in the background. And besides like heckling him a little bit, you got to keep you guys honest, okay? Like every time I go in there, I heckle you guys. I try to do that to everybody. Poor Nessa, I'm doing that to her now. She posts a comment, a little picture. I'm like, not bad, but
that's awesome, man.
But yeah,
And then Brian, you read everything. You read a ton of books. What kind of stuff did you guys end up talking about?
It's funny because I consider myself a fan of Ninja Turtles, and then you talk to Edwin. Same way, like Power Rangers and Steve, that they remind me of the Pawn Star guys, where it's like, I kind of know a little bit about this, but you mind if I ask a friend about it? And that's Edwin when it comes to Ninja Turtles. And I would sit there and talk to him a lot about that, but then a lot of our conversations came on indie comics. I like DC, I like Marvel, but I tend to like indie comics more. So we ended up talking a lot of Boom stuff. That was right when Something Is Killing the Children was starting up. That was right when Once and Future was first kicking off. We talked a lot about that, some Image books. But the best conversations I had weren't even comic related. It was military related. Hey, he's an Army vet. I'm a Marine vet. Or, hey, I told him, hey, my brother's down there in San Antonio for the Army doing medical recruiting. We talked about San Antonio. He sent me pictures on Facebook Messenger. He was at Paris Island drawing blood, asking if it reminded me of flashbacks. And I was like, yes, it does. And then, of course, we had a lot of conversations about YouTube in general. And then I was like, look, I'm no expert, but I can tell you the stuff I've done that I found that kind of worked, the stuff that I think kind of works, what I kind of want to do. And we would have conversations a lot of times beyond that. And then the biggest thing that we were excited about was we were for a short time, we were creating exclusive variants with Simple Man's Comics and John at the 616 Comics. And we were doing some Ninja Turtle books, and we had some Power Ranger books. Steve at Burke Family was announcing our Power Ranger books. We were super excited. Edwin was going to announce all our Ninja Turtle books. We were like stoked. We were trying to get stuff approved. I was showing them covers for that stuff that, Nickelodeon said, you can't do that. And
I know about those corporations.
Yeah, and Edwin was like, you had some heated conversations about that. And I was like, I understand. But Nickelodeon's Nickelodeon, so we can't do it, but we got this coming up. And he's like, that's even better. I can't wait. And it was just, that was like the gut punch to me, is like, we had this genesis of something that was going to be so awesome with one of the best Ninja Turtle fans that I knew of getting ready to help announce books for us.
Right.
And then, of course, it just wasn't meant. It just didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it was weird because a week before I lost another friend, and then this came on top of it, and I just remember like depression was real at the time. It was like a gut punch. But at the same time, you started seeing all the support and all the posts. Yes, and that was something that we were super happy to do because that cover was already designed. We were doing that cover regardless. And then after the news came out, we were like, hey, let's see if we can sneak this in past Nickelodeon's eyes. And that's why it's real small on the Ninja Star. And it was like a way for us to memorialize, Edwin. And I'm glad it happened. And there was some hindsight 2020, there were some situations that also came out of that I think myself could have handled better. And there's definitely lessons learned.
But to have him memorialized in such a perfect way, with characters that he loves, so huge thank you for doing that and for making that happen. Because I just can't think of a better tribute.
Yeah, and we were super excited for it, and I mean, there were so many great conversations, and I'll tell you what, like, there's one video that always, to me, is my favorite video from Edwin, and that's because I'm a Wiskey fan too. But anytime you have an AOK and Blanton's in the same video, that's like A++++ right there for me. I watched it again like today, as a matter of fact, because I was like, oh yeah. But yeah, I love the guy.
That's a whole set of videos that people should check out if they haven't, because there's a timelessness to his unboxings, because he was always taste testing something new. I went back through and I just wrote down a ton of names for whiskeys and bourbons that I was like, okay, I got to go look for these now. That's how I got this one for later. I'm going to do a testing in his honor later. I've never tried. I snagged an old Forester.
I'm not trying no whiskey or bourbon, man.
That was one of his last ones.
Well, you got a little bit like this, and that's all.
You can go drink your cerveza or whatever you want to do, man.
No, I'm not taking no cerveza.
Have your Cuba Libre. It's okay.
There you go. Now, Honda, I'm assuming you guys talked a ton of comics as well. Do you have the same interest in comics that Edwin did?
That's where I actually got my passion from comics, was from him. And he's always been in the comics for a long time, and Teenage Ninja Turtles since we were kids. He was always a big, huge fan of those, especially Batman 2. Man, we used to sit there and watch the cartoons together. And I used to, because at the time I used to live in Austin and Edwin lived in San Antonio. So since I was a little kid, man, like every summer, dude, I was there every summer. I would stay like at least like 1 month out of the day in the summertime, and then I usually come on the weekends. And sometimes like during Christmas breaks and like that. So like I would come a lot, man, because I always loved hanging out with my cousin, man. I always loved being around him and that. And
he's just a big kid, right? I mean, he would like, there are videos of him where he's playing with his Ninja Turtle toys there on the rug and getting his kids to go away so he can play some more.
The one video, the one he did.
The 8-bit. I didn't see that.
That was
all the 8-bit video, all the video game music in the background.
Yeah, I loved it, man.
He got me to buy that arcade 1-up Ninja Turtle.
I was gonna say,
for my kids for Christmas. His video, putting it together and everything. I was like, hey, seems kind of simple. I'm not gonna spend all day doing it. My kids could use it. So yeah, I ended up getting that based off of his video.
That video is awesome. I love it. And I played it, and that thing is awesome.
And he also was a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger's fan.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't really bring this up.
He was a huge man. That's why when you would see him bring up Conan, he'll no, I'm going to slay the beast.
I go to the chopper.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's this one time we went to well, it was multiple times actually. We used to go to the Six Flags here in San Antonio. And dude, I swear not, like he would convince people so bad that I'm from Austria. I'm the home of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Dude, I swear he would have everybody believe him and all like that. And then at the very end, he'd be like, "Oh, guys, I'm just playing with you. I'm from San Antonio." Dude, I swear he convinced so many people that he was actually from Austria. Like they actually believed it.
That's great. So
he did that accent so good.
He did, and it's in a lot of his videos as well. He'd go through and do that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, he made me want to go back and rewatch those. So since then I've rewatched a ton of Arnold movies, and most with my kids because now they're getting to an age. So we watched Terminator for the first time last month, and before that it was obviously Kindergarten Cop and Twins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's not a tumor.
he definitely reminded me a lot of how great those movies were when I was a kid watching them for the first time.
Yeah. No, I always loved that how he threw that in his videos, man. Every time it's a certain like when the first issue of the Terminator versus Transformers, man, man, I loved it when he sat there and pronounced everything in Austria language.
Does anybody have like a favorite video of his that we haven't mentioned yet, or a favorite clip memory? Go ahead, Jeffrey. Yeah.
Definitely when he's got his mom and his wife and his sister, and he's asking them which comic book characters are which. That is my favorite.
Putting them on the spot. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really have like a favorite. Well, I do. I mean, I've said I love that bourbon, and then of course the Ninja Turtles. But I also want to take a moment just to thank Rod, because I had talked to Jabroni or Edwin through social media, through Instagram and stuff like that. But it was Rod actually had me on his channel when they were doing it. Was him and Edwin and Perry, and that was where I had like that first, the conversation with everyone talking, and it's always great when you're messaging behind the scenes, but when you start talking in a video like all of us are doing now, it kind of kicks up another notch, and then you start chatting more. I really, really wish I'd had the chance to meet him in person, because we've all seen how much that even takes things in another step further. But yeah, I owe a huge thanks to Rod, because bringing us on there, kind of introduced me more to Edwin, and got
he was always doing that, right? Rod always has been that shout out channel, bring people together, join the conversation, join the community. So and that's how I got to know Edwin too. I was jumping in on their little the triple threat show and invading there was how I got to know him too. So yeah, absolutely. And then through, like several of you mentioned, I pulled him over to indies that way. Like I was like, hey, let's go, let's review Oblivion Song or whatever. Like pull him over and do a review of an indie, because I was like, I'm not reading your DC book. Get out of here. Bert tries to pull that garbage on me. Now I got Legion of Comics making me buy Superman books.
Oh, nice.
That's a great book, though.
It was a really good read. It was a really good read.
I remember reaching out to Brian, and I said, yo, can you do a show? It was last minute. It was like early morning, too. And Brian said, yeah, he would jump on. We did a show, and got to know him a little better, and I thank you for that, sir.
Yeah, it is like it sounds cliche, but it is one big community, which is always great.
And I always feel like there's new corners of it that I'm discovering, where I find a channel that I'm like, these guys got 5,000 subscribers. How have I never heard of this channel before? Right? There's so many little niches, Yeah.
I just want to say something right now. The comic Jabroni, man, knew all you guys, man. He knew Jeffrey. He knew John. He knew Lawson Comics and Agoo and freaking Bergen, man. Of course, he knew you, Mr. Tony Sanders, especially.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
with the
Can I-
heavy part.
Oh, go ahead, Steve. There you go.
You know, it was crazy. Like I remember the first time I watched one of Edwin's videos, right? Or it was live. It was one of his very first videos, and I'm like, man, this guy, like, you could just see it. Like, he was just a cool dude. Like just watching a video, not a live stream, just a video. You could tell that you clicked with him, right? I said that, and I messaged Rod. I go, hey, Rod, you gotta check this video out, dude. This guy looks super cool. We gotta see if we can work with him. So, oh man, I know him. I was just talking to him. He's gonna be on Coast to Coast with us this weekend, and he never left. And that was cool. Like.
Do you guys remember his early morning IG lives where he
Oh my God.
out in the garage and pumping
Yeah.
We mentioned
Dude.
it briefly earlier, but when he would go like run around his block and scream at the dogs that would bark at him, he'd be like, "Shut up, dog! I'm running here!" Right?
He didn't say "shut up, dog." He said "shut the." I told
Shut the F up, dog. The comic jabronis here.
He was saying "shut up."
I want to share, dude. So, you know how Perry used to do the lurking, you know, and Perry discovered us. We probably had like 190 subscribers. You know, he just greens to YouTube, right? And I was chatting, you know, in the chat while Perry was showing our video or whatever the case, and he's like, Perry's like, "Where are you from?" I said, "San Antonio." He's like, "You got to meet my boy Jabroni." And so, you know, that's where the seed was planted, right? And I told Oscar, I was like, "Hey, there's another guy here that does YouTube here in San Antonio, right?" And he's and me and Oscar, man, we're pretty laid back, pretty, you know, I mean, like, just very calm, cool, collected people. And I was watching Edwin's videos before we met, and I was like, shoot, this guy's he's got a lot of energy, dude. and I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna click, man. Like, so we ended up meeting him at the comic store, and everything you see on the videos, every time he went live, that's Edwin, dude. Like, that's him in person. That's him on the camera. We met him for the first time. Came up, gave us a hug. He's like, "What is up? You know, what's up, guys?" And he's like, "Lost in comics," you know, and dude, but you know, regardless of who you are, right? You see all the different personalities here on the screen. You see all the people he's impacted. I put a comment in the chat earlier. I'm like, you know, no matter what, you know, you see the diversity of the people in this chat, and everybody had a special relationship with Edwin, and I'm like, how is that possible, man? Like, I have such a difficult time keeping up with like 5 people that I want to keep a core of, you know, like and my kids and my wife and doing my job. And this guy's working out. He's doing his job. He's taking care of his kids and his wife, and me, and having these deep relationships, man. And I'm like, and it's just such a motivational thing. Working out, I can't freaking work out and do all this crap, man.
Right? I can barely manage to work and make it home, man. Like,
it's incredible, dude. And I want to just one more thing, dude, as far as talking about videos. I know it's one of his most popular videos, the TMNT one, the unboxing, right? I'll never forget, because I didn't get to see it when it aired, but I was on my way to work. I was driving around 6:30 a.m. in the morning going to work, and I had it playing in my truck, and I'm listening to it. And if everybody followed that journey, right, he was on a journey to get that book, doing auction, or, you know, selling books. And
Bake the Snake mentioned the Jabroni boxes that he did several
Jabroni boxes,
and all the huge books that were in those. And
he didn't take any shortcuts with that thing, man. And he did it, and he accomplished the goal. And I'll never forget watching the video early in the morning, and I'm watching it, and you could just see the pure joy, man. Like when he opened that up, right? And we talk, you know, those of you guys,
that's a Jabroni box book right there.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You guys, we all know, doing this YouTube thing, right? You have to have the love and the joy for reading comic books and getting into collecting. And Jabroni had it, man. Like, and that's one thing he told me, is like, have fun, dude. Like, you just have fun. Like, don't ever look at this like work. Like, it's fun. And he, like I said, when we met, we had like 200 subscribers, dude. This dude is, to me, like, I was like idolizing him before I met him, because I saw his videos and I was like, dude, this guy's got over 1,000 subscribers. And he took the time to meet guys like us that had nobody, man. You know,
so cool.
just a couple of schlubs, you know. So
Yeah, right? No joke.
but yeah, no kidding, man. And like I said, I try to. I have a lot of love for this hobby and the reading and stuff, and that's what he had, man. And I'll never forget it, man. It's a motivation to me. Just about every day I think about him. And I always we were supposed to do all these collaborations that we had talked about. We had started doing live shows together, and I miss him dearly, man. And I love all you. You guys are awesome, man. And I love seeing all the impact he had on all these faces, man. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Well said, man. Bueller, I wanted to read. Bueller said he jumped into the chat. He's coming back from Florida right now, and he says it's unfortunately he can't listen because it's very loud where he is. He wanted to say our community is the absolute best, and no matter what someone may be going through, we are all here for each other. So thank you, Bueller, for that. Much appreciated, brother.
Yeah.
Now, Agu, are you still with us there? I know that I don't want you to fall asleep on us here.
I just like listening to you guys. You know, you guys have a.
We'll give him the solo, man.
No, right? But no, you guys were talking about
as you got the solo, we can all get a refill or something.
Look at the action figure.
Right. So I'm warming up with. I've never had one of these, and I'm sorry, guys. Is a
old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned. I'm sorry. It came in a little bottle pack. I was like, man, I got.
That's the Jabroni drink, the old-fashioned. There,
yeah,
you do it.
Jabroni.
It came in a pack, and then just in case it didn't work out, I'll just drink this right afterward.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Get him off the big screen now. Come on, get him off the big screen.
Yeah. But no, I'm
what are you
here,
doing?
no, but yeah, no, he's this guy. He's magnetic.
No joke, right?
You know, I'm trying to find, you know, because you guys all described him pretty well, and I'm trying to find an adjective. I'm like, man, no,
he's like just an amalgamation of everything. Like it doesn't matter what you liked or who you were or what you did. He could find something to relate and connect with that individual.
Rod, you're gonna leave Agu on the spotlight.
Friendship with that person.
I'll talk for it. No, but like, you know, Kenny talked about, oh, he likes this and that. Hey man, that's me, right?
Right.
And with me, I'm like, okay, he likes Batman. Oh, TMNT. Oh, you know, he likes the Cowboys. All right, you know, we talked about that, and I'm like, okay, I could relate this guy. You know, he had that nice smile. Maybe one day, I'll one day, you know. But you know, I was like, hey man, this guy's magnetic, and he responded like to live messages and stuff. When you make a comment, he read them. He read them. And then, you know, of course, you know, when I got into that little, you know, heckling stuff, he'd be like, ooh, my nemesis. And
right.
I'm like, all right, dude, I'll be the nemesis. You know, I'll be the nemesis. And my lady, we were watching him, and then she smacks me. Whoosh. Like, bro, why is he calling you his nemesis? He's such a nice guy, you know. He's like, he's such a nice guy. And you're his nemesis. What did you do?
So good. So freaking good. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, you know, it's awesome, and I'm going back. You know, kind of like John was saying, you could go back and watch his videos, and they're timeless. You know, if you're into like, if you want to know about a certain character, just go through his list and he'll give you his honest opinion.
Right.
When he talked about Damian Wayne, one of his favorites, I'm not a Damian Wayne fan, but then, you know, you start watching his videos and you're like, okay, all right. And then now with the current Robin series, I'd be like, bro, no, I think I know what he was talking about.
Right.
Like a year ago, you know, or 2 years ago. I'm like, wow, man. They're like, okay, great. You know, so. And that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Anyone wants to donate to the Ocasio family? There's the link, guys.
There's the link. Yeah, just go to PayPal. You can donate money to the Ocasio family right there through Vanessa's PayPal. Anybody that wants to do that.
You know,
and now, Rod, I think we got to start. Yeah, we got to start segueing into our next bit here. So if anybody needs to bounce, we need to load a couple more in. But huge thank you. And of course, if you have any last comments, of course, you guys can make them. But huge thank you to you guys for jumping in for this round of discussion.
I'm a bounce. I just want to say again, thanks so much, John, Rod. Thanks so much for including me in this. It's great seeing everyone in here. I know Steve, I DM you on the daily almost. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks so much, guys, and this means a lot, and it's great to see, everyone speak so highly of Edwin. So
Thanks for making the time, Brian. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes,
you guys
sir.
have a good evening.
You too, man.
Thanks for coming, brother.
All right, dang man, we got a few people in the house here.
Yeah, we're starting into a turtles section here, so we're gonna be talking a little.
The tone will step out, but I will say this: we're talking about a guy tonight that's trailblazing, eye-raising. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's not the tone, not Tony, but a guy that is Edwin, the comic book Jabroni.
Nice, bravo.
Steve Whiting, what's up?
Tone, thank you so much, brother. You're awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna give it up for my man, cause I'm gonna say this: I watched all his videos. I enjoyed him on Instagram. I followed him. I didn't get to hang out with him like you guys did, but that guy was one part central of you guys' lives. My God, my life. You guys are part of my life, and it's like I tell my wife, anything happens to me, pick up my phone. Seriously.
They're all right there.
Yeah, and it's like. Seriously, that's how I feel. It's like I told my wife all the time, anything, just pick up my phone. Because you guys are family to me. You guys are family, and that's what it is.
You're the best, brother. And I knew the second I asked you, I'd get a yes, and I appreciate you making the time, man.
Rod, man, anytime, dude. Anytime, Rod.
All right, man, that's Mr. Sanders.
That is the Tone, repping the brand. If you don't know Tony Sanders, get over to YouTube, check him out. Any wrenches can drop any channels in the links down below. We appreciate everybody coming and hanging with us. We got like 60 people in the chat. I so appreciate everybody coming by. And if you can take the time and donate a little for the Ocasio family, we really appreciate it. So we're going to be segueing. We talked a ton of comics. Talked a little bit of wrestling. Now we're gonna segue over, Rod. We're gonna get into turtles. We hinted a little bit at Edwin's turtle love, but we're gonna get into it here a little bit. I don't know who's back. If anybody's backstage, bye, Tony. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, I'll hey John, I'll cut out to make some room, but I'll be watching.
Thanks, Agu.
Hey Rod, thank you. And just kind of what Senor Sanders said, it's funny because I've said the same thing. Hey, if something happens to me and you need to get rid of all this stuff, I'm like, call Z Collects. Sorry guys. Sorry, I made my decision.
The honor is for us to have you on this show right now. For you to accept the invite, that means a lot to us. That means a lot to the chat, to the community. So we thank you for doing that, man.
All right, guys, I'll hang out. Or maybe I'll click on the link. But hey, saludos, guys. Nice meeting you guys. And
man.
I'll be in the chat.
Awesome.
All right.
Before you kick me out, Rod, I want to show.
Kick him out now.
I'm not picking up.
You guys got the TNT shirts on. You can.
I got someone that wants to jump on the show right now.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's get them in here.
Okay.
Well, before you guys would, just don't want to hang out anymore. That's fine. That's fine. You want to hang out with the wifey and drink some coffee and have a glass of whiskey or whatever the heck you want to do. But we cannot leave out first time ever on the show, Judge, or John. John was the one that reached out to this homie. And he's probably going to give me some crap because he's probably going to tell me, why haven't you brought me onto your show? He is none other than That Comics. Who that Comics?
Who that?
What's up? What's up?
What's going
I'm
on?
not gonna give you any crap. I'm not gonna give you crap. Come on, it's not all about that. It's all love. It's all about love. It's all about comics. It's all about community. So
it's about turtles. It's all about turtles.
Look, I'm always available when you want that Southern guy who loves TMNT.
I mean, the second I knew we were going to do a turtles segment, I was like, I got to check in with Who Dat, see what he's doing.
Yeah. I was doing a lot, but guess what? I made time because this is a good day. So it's a beautiful thing. That's all we're gonna say. We're honoring, a great person that actually I was friends with on Facebook. A lot of people don't know that. To me, that's the ultimate test where you become friends with people on Facebook.
Go a layer deeper.
Yeah, we go a layer deeper. You really get to know somebody then. So yeah, so yeah. So I appreciate you having me, Rod. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate John inviting me.
I knew
Jeffrey,
you were. Yeah, I mean, Heartbreak Kids here. I know you were hunting for your TMNT one and upgrading some books at the same time. Edwin, did you guys have any conversations about what you were looking for or how you were searching for these books? Because these are hard to find in the grades you two were looking for.
Yeah, well, the grade I ended up getting is not what I was looking for. I was just looking for a copy. I think I was actually the first out of the kind of a group TMNT #1 first print to get people to get them. I think I got mine. I think he got his right after me.
Okay.
I actually received mine. I want to say because I told Jeffrey and them on backstage for the hunt. I actually got my Turtles #1 like in January of like. I got pictures to prove it's like in January, but I held that book all the way until the hunt Royal Rumble, and nobody knew I had that book. I had pictures on my phone. I had pictures on my phone just in case my wife was like, "Hey, what is this?" But I waited, and to reveal that book, and then I think.
What did you say when you had that book? What did you say?
Who, my wife or?
Yes, your wife.
She don't know nothing about that book. if she know I got that book right now, I know how much it's going for.
Oh my God, I love it.
Go get your wife right now.
No. She's not here. I'm home alone. Yell and everything. Because usually she goes, "You're too loud." Guess what? Nobody's home.
Oh my God, I so love it. I love it.
Hey, but no, go back on the story real quick. So I got the TMNT one. I knew he was after one as well. So when I got it, like me and him started talking. He was looking at one.
I remember.
We started talking about like he messaged me a few times, and I think I don't know if it was IG or I think it was IG. Then we started talking on Facebook. That's why I said Facebook. You find out when you're real. So I told him, I said, "Hey, bro." I said, since you got your TMNT one, I was like, I thought big correct. Congratulations, you got the TMNT first print. I said, you want to get some exclusive groups? He's like, what you talking about? I said, bro, like TMNT 1 first print is just a little stepping stone. We got a TMNT 3000 group on Facebook. He was like, what's that? Well, there's 3,000 print runs of TMNT 1. Not saying that's in what hot order left right now, but we know there's only 3,000 made. And I said, there's an exclusive group that you can join once you receive your book. You just take a picture saying you got it, and that's how you get invited. So
it's like backstage Disneyland stuff here.
Yeah,
so
this is a black market.
So he's like, yeah, man, let me know. So I messaged the admins. I told them that this guy, he just got his TMNT one, his YouTube, blah blah blah, and they accepted him in. And he was like, man, this is like another world because you get the inside scoop of TMNT stuff. Like when people want to sell a first print, they can list it there first.
Oh, so you can even get one there. Oh,
yeah. Or if you want to sell, or other TMNT books
upgrade.
That you can, yeah, or like other TMNT books, second, number 2, 3. So it's a lot of stuff that went on there first before they went on to other things. Because this is like a real exclusive group. You can't just get in there with.
It's like the Masons or something.
You're gonna get killed for telling us this,
right? This is this is some Department of Truth stuff going on.
Yeah, so it's a little exclusive group that we had our little fun with that we got into. I don't know if Kavi NYC is in the group or not because I kind of like. Sad thing
he's definitely got his ticket now, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much he's on Facebook, but like I kind of after all the stuff that happened, I kind of stepped away from that group. Not still like left the group, but I kind of didn't feel the same because you have somebody that that's in it, But I started getting back more affiliated. Like I said, that's why I said they're showing TMNT ones for sale, so some people need one, but it's pricey. Just saying, I can find you one. But that was a cool little thing to have, with somebody in the community that's kind of like an exclusive club.
And, I I remember watching Edwin go through like all this. I think all of us kind of were enjoying his journey to getting that book. You know, the challenges, because all of us have that book we want to buy that can't afford, and watching him work his way. I mean, Burke, I know you've got a ton of big books you would love to buy. What were you feeling watching him go through that process to kind of get that book? Because it's inspiring, right?
It's super inspiring, and it's crazy that, like, I remember one of his videos. He had just gotten to Georgia, and he's like, "Oh, there's all these comic book shops here. Ooh, yeah!" And he went to like 5 or 6 different comic shops, and he bought a ton of books. And I commented under him, was like, "Damn, dude, you bought a shitload of books." He goes, "Fuck, I did."
And then he's got to flip them and get back on track again, right?
Yeah, it was super inspiring for sure, and it's something at some point I would like to do as well. Do a whole bunch of mystery boxes so I can use that money to buy a big book like he did, like a TMNT one, because that's something I'm still fighting for right now. Prices have gone up a lot since he bought his, but
even during, I remember even when he was saving, he was like, "Crap, it just went up again. Like I gotta do another round of mystery boxes."
Yep. He did like 2 or 3 rounds of it, and thankfully, I think he got a 7.0 TMNT one, if I remember correctly.
7.5, I think.
7.5.
Okay, yeah, 7.5.
Look at him. That's called flexing. If you don't know.
No. Now it's called flexing, but when I got this book, like I said, when I got this book, it was not what it was now. Like now, I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, I mean, I think it was not that, but I did sell a big book to get it, and that was the goal of it. I have a book that a few of you guys probably might rather have in your collection, or maybe not. If you like Spider-Man, I had an AF-15, made the AF-15 1.0 though, and I end up
1.0 or
yeah
1.0.
Oh goodness,
1.0, 1.0. It's the lowest, one of the lowest of the low.
Well, you know,
AF-15.
I like to mess around, man.
Yeah.
Low grade better than no grade.
But it wasn't the book I wanted.
I like to bust balls.
Yeah, but like, everybody has that book they want. That wasn't a book I want. I like Spider-Man, but that wasn't my pinnacle.
But then Edwin was the same way. He had those Captain America keys that he was using in his boxes to get to the TMNT because they didn't mean as much. Right?
Warlord actually won that. I think it's Avengers 4.
He did.
Yeah.
John, I got the other one, so I did all right too.
I do have to get out of here, but I appreciate you guys so much for having me on.
Good to see you, Burke.
Yeah, absolutely. You too, Jeff, and Hudat and Rod. I really, really appreciate you guys inviting me on. And
absolutely, man.
I think about him all the time. So we'll see you guys in Cowabunga. We'll see you guys later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No sleeves, Burke.
Throw a turtle right there.
You can tell the kids right there, man.
Good to see JoJo. She's at the football game.
I don't know if our other guest is backstage yet or not. I don't know if I didn't see anything in the private chat, so I don't know if he made it yet. We had one other TMNT guest, but I think he might be running late.
I'll tell you one thing. When he got that TMNT and how he did it, I'm happy how he did it, and because that's what I've been selling a lot of stuff, but it's always for a goal. My goal was to get my Turtles Run Volume 1. And then, all that stuff, a lot of first prints. I've been getting on second prints. I think I only have a few left. Actually, I might not have any left of the second prints. I got to look. But I think I don't have any second prints left unless you're counting the first issue, which I'm not really worried about getting second print and third print of the first issue. But I got all the other issues. That was my goal. And I like to see that he had that goal and he kind of explained it to the community. And I guess they understand a little bit more when you're selling, because if you have a goal for selling, it feels like you're not a dealer. You're more of a collector that's trying to use his collection to fund his collection.
I ended up buying, I think, 2 or 3 Jabroni boxes myself, and I felt better about the purchase because I don't usually buy mystery boxes, but I did it knowing like I'm getting him towards his goal. And if I end up selling the books I get from Jabroni, awesome. Like that's no big deal to me. But like he gets closer to his goal. So to your point, yeah, I felt that way.
Yeah, and it like when he was doing that, I missed out on boxes because they went pretty quickly.
Yes, it's just like the Comic Head 84 boxes or whatever. Those things they're gone.
And I think at that time I still was working on the Turtles run, but like it's TMNT is just like a cult following, man. You're born in the '80s. It's just something that you fell in love with,
Now
that Saturday cartoon stuff.
Hands up, who had the TMNT action figures? Or still does?
Oh man,
yeah, right there.
I had those action figures.
Right there?
Chris put his
Beautiful.
hand up and Jeffrey put his hand
I'll
up.
get a couple dollars for you to see them.
Did y'all see those free comic book days? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures they had for today.
I didn't see them. No. Did you get some?
No, I didn't grab it. I saw it, and I had some comics. I just wanted to hurry up and go buy them real quick.
Boom.
And
is that
when I
Mikey?
came back, somebody snatched it up.
Oh, sorry, the color. I was like, it looked red.
But I think it was like the original ones where they all had their red bandanas.
Oh,
and
nice.
Their whole entire bodies were gray.
Uh-huh.
So it was like they had it like.
Did you have those earlier? What he had something. Agu did. He was showing those.
He was showing off these white. They were white. Yeah.
They're white.
Yeah, they white. Yeah, they're like white grayish, and they all got the red bandanas, and it's exclusive for today, free comic book day.
Chris, why are you looking so sad, man?
Chris is a great dude. If you don't know,
I'm just taking it all in, dude. And I remember I have a sad story when I was a kid. I had a good majority of the TMNT original, the toys that we're talking about. I had all the Turtles, Shredder, had the van, everything. And I'll never forget, man, I woke up one morning and I go over to my toy box to go pull out these toys. I'm going to play. It's a Saturday morning. And I'm like, shoot, I can't find my toys anywhere. I'm looking everywhere. I must have been, I don't know, 8 or 9. And we were having a garage sale that morning. And so I walked outside and I told my parents, I was like, hey, have you seen my turtles? My and they just kind of looked at each other, and they had sold my whole set, and they sold them to one person. And I was
so you
like,
went down the street, beat the crap out of them, and got it back.
Oh man,
that's exactly what I did, John. That's exactly what I did. All right, I was like crying in my room, and I was like, oh my god,
that's worse than mine, man.
Horrible, man.
I freaking burnt mine. I lit them on fire.
I did that to a few of my GI Joes for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yo, John, man. Refresh my memory. Did I drop the video for?
No, you did not play that yet. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, and I got someone in the green room, John.
Oh.
That wants to hang out. So when I drop this video, guys, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna probably enjoy it, and you're probably gonna see a couple people on there. But those are the couple people that Mr. Edwin spent time with when he was here in Florida. So, with that being said, I'm gonna drop this little video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, give me 1 second right now. All right. So here we go, guys. Just take a seat back and relax and enjoy this clip and enjoy the guest that's going to be coming on in a few seconds.
Oh, that hit the feels. That was great, Ron. Wow.
All right, down.
Man, dude, just seeing his smile, man, just it's what I missed the most from him, man. Is that legendary smile he had.
Yeah, definitely.
We could bring in another smile that means
Let's do it.
To us, to the community, and not other than Comics.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Now, Dustin, you were high on my list of people I needed to get on this show. I so many reasons, but you can talk wrestling, you can talk flexing, you can talk about big book buying, or you could talk TMNT. This guy, I mean, every video I scrolled down on Edwin's thing, I was like, hey, there's a Two Brothers comment. Hey, there's a Two Brothers comment.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably have a couple of great conversations you had with Edwin during your time. So is there anything that jumps to mind right away for you?
You know, there's something about Edwin that when I first saw him, it's kind of like when you walk into a room and you see somebody that you think might kind of like challenge your masculinity, your alpha. So the first time I saw him, I was just like, I don't know if I like this cocky guy right here. And I was actually with my mom, and my mom was like,
"You can be a dick."
My mom was like, "He's got the same attitude right now." My mom's like, "You had the same attitude." She was like, "You're just," I said, she's like, "It's just like," she's like, "Y'all already talk about the same stuff." So me and him, once we started talking on Instagram, after a while, that was kind of our relationship. Like our just like kind of like puffing our chest up at each other, but it was all out of love and fun. But I mean, like me and him kind of, that's, we talked about having arm wrestling matches, having liftoffs, stuff like that. Like just, basically like me and Edwin's friendship was, it was like, like Burke said on Rod's show earlier this week, it was just an absolute pissing contest 100% of the time.
That sort of brotherly flexing thing.
Right. Absolutely. He just had something about him where, we just kind of magnetized to each other when it came to that kind of stuff.
This guy.
Oh yeah.
Got a Slim Jim. See, Dustin was saying something sweet, and then there's Tony.
Somebody put me on. I didn't put me on.
Oh yeah. I am so sorry, man. Dustin was talking, but I don't want to have any internet issues, so I had to bring in. You
can go ahead, eat your spicy beef jerky there.
Just stay there for 1 second and just let Dustin just talk. Dustin, I want to hear this.
I hadn't really started digging real deep into picking up turtles last year. He had been really trying to talk me into it, and I was just like, man, it's like, I don't know. I was like, because I know I'm going to want to go for that number one. I said, I can't afford it. And he's like, bro, I got one. He's like, you're going to sit here and let me have one and you not have one?
Oh,
and I'm like, no. So, I mean, him and Russ were like my go-to guys with the turtle stuff. Every time I get something, I'm like, look. And now I'm like right there. I mean, this close to being finished. And, like I wrote on the Instagram, it's, every time I got one or, got a big one, I obviously tell Russ, but like, I immediately want to be like, I would have loved to have shown him, because I know he'd have, he would have probably gave me shit like, it's not as high grade as mine, but you can have a seat on the bus,
I did it with him when he got his 7.5.
Right?
That's what you do, man. That's on you, no matter what book you read or.
That's right.
I told him it was a good entry level. Entry level. So like this guy, I have to say, when he's telling a story, that's why I try to always make time for him when we talk TMNT and stuff like that. What he's telling is making me think, that type of stuff. And I said it, think last time on Rod's show, and I try to say when you travel, we travel, everybody. And there was COVID and stuff going on, but we do travel. We had cons going on. Make time for one another. I was I was so pleasantly surprised when when Justin the podcast, I went out to Florida. We hung out there, and then he came to New Orleans, and we hung out again. So definitely make time for one another. It's most precious thing on this earth as a human is time. Don't care what anybody says. It's time.
I have to say, the big announcement on the wifey and I, we're headed out to MegaCon tomorrow, man.
Ooh, good. See some community members.
She's gonna watch some cosplay as she walks around, and I get to hang out with some stinky, stinky.
You better make sure they put an announcement on their Facebook page that Roderick's going to be there.
It's going to be there,
yeah.
I mean, they were talking about John Stamos today. They need to put on the Facebook that Roderick's
the freaking weekend.
I'm rocking out with the fedora. That's I'm rocking out. We don't recognize it. That's your damn problem.
I think who that, you hit the nail on the head. Like the time we get to spend with one another, friends and family, that's the juice. So yeah, great. I totally agree.
And what I do miss with them, because I got to share this with Dustin. That's why I say with TMNT stuff, I definitely try to share with this. I don't even know how this thing works. With that guy over there. That's what we did our TMNT unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he would have loved The Last Ronin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. He would have loved The Last
big time.
And he would have been raising hell about him pushing the dates back.
Oh yeah. He would have been mad. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think all of us wanted to talk to him about it when we finished reading it. I think that was my first reaction when I finished reading it. Was like, that's the person I wanted to say something to for sure. And thank you, Misexplained, for the super chat. But obviously, everybody, if you want to donate money, just go to PayPal. Vanessa.ocasio7@gmail is someplace you can donate money to the Ocasio family.
And my apologies that I'm not dropping links for that, John.
I got you. I got that. I'm using that wrench in the chat. I'm swinging that wrench.
I'm just full here. It reminds me of Anchorman. I'm a glass full of emotion.
You can be Ron Burgundy. That's fine. I mean, you need the mustache, but you know. Edwin had the mustache.
I got one.
Quick shout out to the chat right now, man, and to the panel. Mr. John Comics for Kids. So we got Jeffrey Comic Hansen right now. We got Hanja Jabroni hanging out. We have Two Brother Comics in the house. Thank you so much for hanging out. We got Who Dat. This is a true first appearance. You want a true first appearance of Who Dat? Right now. Boom! Right now on the channel. And then we have none other than Chris from Lawson Comics. And of course, we got our friend right over here. It's just working.
The train wreck.
The train wreck right there.
There's no train wreck, man. That's our friend, man. That's our friend.
I wanted to give Dustin it sounded like he wanted to tell a story that he had in mind here.
Yeah, I had one quick story. So Edwin had the TMNT 1-Up arcade, and I bought one. My kid wanted one, so I got him one for Christmas this past year. And it's Christmas Eve, and it's time to put this thing together. And I can't find the instructions, and I'm like, what am I going to do? I mean, it's literally like almost midnight. So I'm like, Edwin put one together. I was like, let me just go watch his video. So I'm watching the video, and like, he doesn't hardly show any process putting it together. I'm like, really, bro? Really?
Yeah. Let's get all the main steps
out of this video.
Was you just put it on fast forward, right?
Yeah, and then he gets done. He's like, it wasn't that bad. And like 2 hours later, I get done with mine, and I'm like, okay, you got one up on me on that one.
You know he was laughing his ass off.
Oh yeah.
Looking down on you. That's amazing. So obviously, Dustin, I'm assuming, did you have the TMNT toys when you were little? Did you have those?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in '89, so I don't know which set I had, but I do remember having all 4 turtles, and I mean, I had the helicopter with the snake blades on it. I had the bus, everything, and I don't know what happened to any of it, but I mean, I had a ton of them.
All I want to know is that
I had that back in '77.
He had some money to have all that stuff.
I was off there back in '77.
My mom hit them flea markets and them yard sales hard.
Yeah.
That's how you make it happen.
I remember picking that helicopter up at a yard sale. I was so happy to find that thing there.
Hey, man, you
Probably
trying to
bought
find
mine.
that right now? Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
You trying to get that now? Oh my god! I've been looking for a van, a TNT van.
That was a good question, John. How about Chris? Because he's a young buck too. Yeah.
What was the question again?
Did you have any of the TMNT toys growing up? Any of those?
Yeah, at the story I told about them being sold at a garage
they
sale.
sold all of them,
Yeah. Dustin probably got my toys. His mom bought them for him. Dustin's. You guys used to live in Texas, Dustin? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna clear out of here just to get more room for you guys. But I want to show you one thing real quick before I take off. I was gonna post this on Instagram earlier, but I wanted to show it here. But this is it's called The Jump. It's issue number 2. The writer is Ryland Grant.
Yeah.
And if you guys are familiar with it, I'm
thinking about getting this special variant that's dropping next week. I'm hearing about.
Yes. Yep. I don't know if you can see this, but I had a special panel drawn in here. If you can make me big, Rod. Make me big.
I'm trying. Tell me something. Give me 1 second right now.
Looks like a hot party going on, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, no freaking way. Dude, the Savage Life chose me. He's wearing his shirt too. Oh my god. And it's you and Oscar too. Oh my god.
The face is so
cool.
Dude,
Man,
holy
how
crap.
can I get one of those?
Now I definitely gotta buy that variant. Holy cow.
Yeah, how do you get that variant?
Hi,
So
yeah.
this
How do you
is
get that
a
page?
Yeah.
this was a I know, right?
Original art.
It was
Wow.
a Kickstarter, right? So it's The Jump, issue number 2. Just go to Ryland Grant's page.
Ryland Grant, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drop
there's
the link to his Instagram on here real quick.
And Ryland was a big fan of Jabroni. Same Jabroni, to Ryland, man. And when this book came out on the Kickstarter, I was like, you know what, dude, let's do something different here, something special. So he is forever enshrined in this book, man.
Man, that is awesome.
And
dude.
when we spoke, Chris, he said, yes, let's do this, man. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So
yeah, I
dude.
agree. Mastodon says Ryland is a class act all the way, and I totally agree. Yeah,
He is,
every
man.
time I've gotten to talk to him, he's just been top notch.
He is, man. He's a great writer, great dude, and like I said, he was a big fan of Jabroni. So just kind of all a culmination of awesome stuff there, man. But
right.
Last thing I just wanted to say was I also met Jeffrey, man, through all the connection, man.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah,
I know, man.
Hey, luckily for him, the only picture I got my head cut off. My old lady took a bad picture, so he's lucky. He don't even have to claim it was me.
I might have a good one from that day, Jeffrey. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, so many.
All the
so
ones
many
I got with Jeffrey, he's got
man.
pink hair. It's crazy.
I was a little
We
surprised
all
with
go
Jeffrey,
through our
man.
phases, right?
No judging. No judging.
I mean, what was it, 10 a.m., Jeffrey? And you're already drunk, dude. Already drunk.
I think it was 7 a.m.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Comics Mrs. Wayne with a
Whoa.
super chat. I'm so sorry.
What's going on there?
It just seems
Sorry, I said, whoa, what is going on down there? Holy crap.
This is why it's my time to
I don't
exit,
have my
man.
reader.
You're lucky you didn't have your glasses on for that moment. I'm glad Old Wolf found the video cancel button. I don't know what's
Sorry
going
about
on
that.
there. I don't think you're that sorry.
But
thanks so much, Chris, man.
before I last thing, gentlemen, I'd just like to, if anybody has a glass, I have a brand new bottle here.
Oh, then let me. I was getting ready for that segment, so let me go grab my glass.
Thank you, man. Man.
I'll wait for John here. I just took a trip to Tennessee just a couple weeks ago, and I knew we were gonna be doing the show, and you know, obviously whiskey bourbon is all Jabroni, man, and got this beautiful bottle, man. Old Forge Distillery.
Jabroni, we love you. Edwin loved his comics, and he loves his bourbon. More important,
yes, he did.
He loves his family. He loves his kids. So John has been dropping the links left and right. If you want to donate, money to Nico and Nora, that money is going to go to their college and to some schoolwork and stuff like that. So, thank you all for hanging out on the show right now. We are remembering our friend Edwin, and we're going to keep on doing this. Man.
So I got a brand new bottle I bought yesterday. Yeah,
nice.
Old Forester. This is one of the ones Edwin reviewed. One of his last reviews was the. This is one of the. This is the higher end ones that they. I didn't go all crazy, but he went. I think he went with a super high end one for his review.
No,
I went middle. I'm middle shelf guy. So it's Old Forester, 1920.
Nice.
And he always does it without ice. I'm an ice guy, but I'll do a taste test without ice.
I have to say, you guys may not know this, and I'm going to throw this out there for you right now. His first live show was with me.
Edwin?
His last live show was with me. And it's an honor to do this. And I'm happy that I have the community to do this. And I'm going to be rocking out. I don't know what the heck. Is my wife is home? I hear noises.
Maybe somebody's better. It's Carmela.
I don't know. It's Carmela. I hear dog food and.
I just had to go feed my dog.
All right, gang. Let's rock and roll.
You ready?
And I don't have one. Let's get to Jabroni right here.
Seems like you've had a couple there.
I just dropped that link again. Vanessa's, I think I spelled it right. Yeah, Vanessa's.
Vanessa, Casio, everybody, whole family.
Casio family, Edwin, man, we love you. We miss
Edwin's
you,
like all professional.
Hold on.
I'm not.
I made an old fashioned.
You made an old fashioned.
Doing it. Here we go.
Everybody.
Ooh, okay. Woo. Got my nose hairs on that one.
So left out.
No chase.
Oh, Carla, thanks. Cheers.
Legal Rod. 1, 2,
Edwin,
Ooh, that has a bite. Ooh, that has a bite.
Edwin been the most.
That opened the nostrils.
You know what? I do got some liquor now that I think about
The
it.
most inspiring guy dropping videos every Wednesday, doing your thing, working out. But I want to say thank you so much. Miss you. Not only myself, I know a few people here are not speaking, but Perry Comic misses you.
I will say, yeah, there were a ton of people that wanted to join us. That
still here, but I want to say, here we go. Salute.
Love you, Vanessa. Good to see you.
Yeah, there were a ton of people that wanted to join. Some couldn't make it. I know that
Boatwright, we hope you feel better. He hurt his back today at MegaCon, so I hope he's feeling better.
Oh man,
we were hoping to have Boat and Boat Junior, but we'll do that next time. Don't worry, this is not the only time we're going to do this. If anybody needs to bounce, don't worry. I know we got a couple more people coming on to have Wiskey because that is the next phase of the tour.
Can I tell a quick little funny story?
Do it, yeah, do it.
So he used to, he did his whiskey thing.
Yeah,
he messaged me about it, and I was like, man, I'm not a whiskey drinker. He goes, what do you drink? I said, I'm a rum drinker. I collect rum. I collect and drink rum. He says, oh man, I feel bad for you. Because I went to
shots fired.
Yeah, because I went to Cuba, and like I said, I'm a rum drinker, so I picked up some Havana Club rum, and he's like, and he told me, he's like, well, at least you're picking up good rum.
Yeah. See, at least he gave you that, right?
Yeah, so it's funny that he was doing the whiskey stuff, and because I told him I was a big rum guy. Like literally every country or wherever I go, I get a bottle of rum. If they make rum there, I'm getting a bottle of rum. That's my thing. And he was like, but yeah, it was just funny how he got into it with me. That's how he was, man. That's how he was.
No shade. He always
it was. Yeah, and that's why I had to sneak in, entry level TMNT.
You gotta get him back, and he respects the zinger. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it was always good, man. I loved his reviews on that, though. I did love his reviews.
Well, I think I found lots of great comics through Edwin. Specifically Kanto right here. I mean, I would not have read that and found it because of Edwin. He really pushed that for me. And then Oblivion Song I mentioned earlier, but there were lots of great indies that we were always firing at each other to check out.
And I'll show another book. I don't know if this book was shown yet. I don't know if this book was shown yet, but everybody should have this book, even though they only have 250 of them.
There we go. We definitely showed that one.
I got to bring him.
Who that? Great book. Beautiful.
Yeah. Out of all the Ronins.
There it is. See, look, there's another one. There's another one up there.
Gotta have this one.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, we were really excited whenever we were given the opportunity to announce that book when it came out by 616. That was a big honor for us.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, I'm going to take off, guys.
Thanks so much, Chris, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Good to see you, Chris.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Chris, man, we definitely got to link up, brother. We definitely got to link up.
We will, man. We will.
Hey, Chris, if you come to New Orleans again, definitely DM me.
Dude,
I saw pictures of you in New Orleans.
I know, man. I went to Crescent City, met some people, and I was like, shoot, man.
I know this. This is my city. I know this.
To be fair, dude, I literally, I didn't even spend the night there. It was like a in and out. Like I passed through there. But I did stop at the comic store, met a couple people, but yeah, dude, next time for sure. I promise. Got my word, man.
Take care. Be safe, man. Nice meeting you.
See you, Chris. Later, buddy.
Take it easy, Chris.
Later.
So, I'm going to say, Rod, I'm really happy that we're pretty close to schedule. I was worried we would be, but this is why we saved the drinking and the smoking for last here. And we have a couple of great all-stars to join us. You got Michael from the Downright Nerdy podcast right here, who we flexed and showed his garage gym earlier. And then the comic book Poser. Now, Poser, I got to say, when I rewatched all of Edwin's videos that I was watching this last 2 weeks, you had a comment on every single one. And I went back a long way, brother. And I was just like, wow. This guy is awesome. So huge thank you to you for making the time to hang with us, man.
No, I was waiting for my kiddos to go to bed, but I rediscovered comics when after my third child was born and I was diagnosed with a panic disorder, which is fun to find out that you've got when you're like 34, 35.
Sure.
And I had the image in my head of like the comic book guy from The Simpsons, kind of, having to deal with douchey gatekeepers. And I started writing stuff on my blog, and that's how I met Chris and Oscar, because that's when they were just starting up. And then as I started kind of consuming more YouTube stuff, that's when I found Edwin. And as everybody was talking about earlier, You know, Chris said that they were some schlubs. At least they were some schlubs that weren't recording in their bedroom closet. And, you know, I had like 12 subscribers, and he, you know, made time to answer like little nerdy technical questions for me. And then
that's awesome.
For meeting Edwin, right? That's how I hooked up with everybody else. So it was nice to very quickly have, you know, the illusion of the tell 'em Steve Dave fanboy archetype like shattered very quickly.
I mean, you look at Edwin and you look at Michael from the Downright Nerdy podcast. You're like, okay, I clearly don't look like a comic collector. If that's what comic collectors look like now.
Yes, I feel that very much every day. Where it's like, this is the most lifting that I will do for the rest of the weekend. Right? Some 6 to 12 rounds.
I got too much hair. I got too much hair and not enough muscle. Is all it is.
I'm getting to the not enough hair, so I'll fit in that way.
There you go. Okay, you got that going.
But yeah, he got me back into Turtles. He was the first person I ever sent an AOK to, because I got some Turtles out of a couple of random boxes, and I was like, I know you love this. I'm not picking these up right now. And he went, yeah, I don't have any of those. So I shoved them in a box and was like, there you go, to a better home. And it's like that, you know, again, made me feel like I was part of a community where,
for sure,
you know, it's not just selling stuff to people or that kind of stuff, that all of us are very good at going, oh, I know you like this, and send it that way and pass that karma and love forward. And I think that's something that you don't find in a lot of other communities.
Totally, beautifully said.
Yo, man, I'm looking at the guys right now, John, man, and it blows my mind away, because I'm looking at cats. You know, I see certain people dressed up in costumes and the whole 9 yards, but we got some muscle guys. Well, there's one from Michael from Downright Nerdy Podcast. I downloaded what you did. I'm gonna try to show it.
Oh, here, how about this? Yeah. I'll do you one better. I'll go into my garage for you guys. Real quick.
Okay.
Before, I just wanted I'll share a quick story right before I go. So it's the same story I shared with you guys offline, but me and Edwin had been planning on meeting up at Dallas Fan Fair.
Give me 1 second. Let me give you a solo, man.
Huh?
He'll blow you up big.
No, no, you don't gotta blow me up big. Man. You don't gotta do that.
You don't have to. Give me 1 second. Stop. We're not even talking about Daredevil. Give me 1 second. You guys want?
I'm gonna do it before you're able to figure it out, right?
All you want, but you know, the wife who just walked through the door. I'm trying to, you know, do this show and show off.
You're doing a great job, brother. And let me shout out 2 people in the chat, because JoJo has been here all night, and she's been I forgot she changed her name on YouTube, and as a result all of her comments disappeared off Edwin's videos. So I'm sure I'm sorry I missed all those, JoJo. And then Carolina Chris says, I'm not a drinker, but he's doing some blunts, and I appreciate that in honor. We got some smoking going on. So.
I can appreciate that, Carolina.
There you go.
JoJo. I never heard of JoJo.
So
all right, so let's see what Michael's home gym's doing.
Yeah, so me and the Jabroni, we had planned on we had planned on going to Dallas Fan Fair and getting some workouts in. We talked about working out quite a bit, you know, even when he was on my show for a little bit. But I needed something, because you knew that every Wednesday he would always be doing those workouts right before, making sure that we earned those comic books, right? Well, I needed that motivation in my life too. So I had this made, and I put this on my gym wall.
Oh, so this. Cool, man.
Dude, that's beautiful, man.
I'm sure you guys know what that picture is, because
pretty
iconic at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
So I got that. So every time, as soon as I walk in the door into my gym, bam, I see it.
There it is. So awesome,
Damn,
man.
dude, that's awesome.
And I also
that was the highlight of my day, man.
So I had also planned. You can shrink me, man. I don't have to do that.
Well,
Might as well.
no,
you guys
not
make
with those muscles. Nothing's gonna shrink those muscles.
Y'all are drinking his whiskey. I personally, I don't drink, but I did tell him that I would bring him some nice cigars. I don't even know if he smoked, to be honest with you, but I got a very nice. I've been saving this for a special occasion. A nice Padron Presidente 1964 natural, all Nicaraguan, and it's one smooth stick right here. So while you guys are drinking, I'll be smoking with him.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, man. He was a smoker, brother. He was.
I missed that notification, or I would have had one too.
Well, hey Jeff, you're real close to me. Let's just have one together. How about that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm down.
Now, there's one guy who joined this chat. We didn't really, or joined the show. We never really gave him his props. Tony. So here's the deal, Tony. If you guys don't know, behind the scenes, this is where I'm gonna have trouble talking. But Edwin, Perry, and Rod and I had this little chat group we would talk in and hang out in on Instagram. We would spend time in. And it was hard letting that be silent when Edwin passed. And one of the first things that Tony did was he started a new chat group for all of, and threw us all in. And it's been like we talk every day in there. It's all day, and it's been one of the best. It's been the best way to deal with this, to have that conversation space. So huge thank you to you, Tony.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know. I just, you guys were the four horsemen. I was just a pony boy coming in on the.
Well, that's the best part about it. He called the group the Yarn Men. And
that's funny.
So
that's real funny.
This morning, the Yarn Men were all on my YouTube channel. We were all hanging out this morning, and it was just it reminded me what that chat group has meant to me. So thank you, Tony.
No, thank you.
Speaking of
cheers to you.
I can't believe it's Saturday. I want to say something real quick. We got this chat, this private chat that we talk daily, and we can see Edwin's name, and it's still there when we do our private chats.
Yeah,
and it's
I love that. Carolina Chris said,
pretty dope, man.
I love you see Carolina Chris's comment at the bottom there, Rod. He said, damn, I just realized that's Old Wolf in the corner.
I can't see shit. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I thought I was going to hold it together for the show. I didn't.
You're doing well, man.
I haven't been able to hold it together like all day. I've been doing all I can not to be a little like whiny, little crying, little punk.
No,
right
it's not whining. It's not whining.
It's hard, man. It's you know. Like,
I started drinking. That's the problem.
Yeah. Wow, that's always the problem. But I don't know, man. Like we all love Edwin, and there ain't. I don't think it's going to be 5 years from now. This is going to be.
You know what? Let me say something right now. I'm going to cut you off. You know, it's a good time. We're hanging out, laughing. You know, that guy used to bust my balls every time.
He really did.
And this is a celebration and remembering our homie. If you mention Daredevil, you're gonna get shot.
Or YouTube auctions.
They're done right there.
You bring up YouTube auctions, you get a lot of great conversations out of them.
Yeah. and it's nuts, man. It is nuts, and that guy brought a lot of joy, family, man, for Nico and Nora, and for Vanessa. Just a family dude, man, and
exactly.
Well, you know,
I'm dropping the PayPal info again.
Yeah, do it.
So I mean, Luke. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I remember the first time my first appearance on Rod's channel was on a Wednesday or Thursday night when Jabroni was busting his balls real bad, and Rod was dropping the link, so I hopped in with a package, and I came in hot, and I was like, "Look, man, I got beef with you." And Rod first was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And Edwin was like, "Why are you mad at Rod?" So I had like Jabroni's videos would be playing, and my kids would walk in and out of the room. And now that old wolf has unmasked himself, I had to buy a yarn man because my oldest child at the time was like, "What's yarn man? What's yarn man, Daddy? Can we get a yarn man?" And I come on Rod's stream and unbox my yarn man, yelling at Jabroni because I had to buy into the meme because of the impression that he made on my 4 or 5 year old. And it's one of those books that I like flip past it in my weird box of stuff, and it's like I'm gonna remember that forever.
Yeah,
right.
And as Biggie points out, the hot doo-doo water, like
hot garbage water, hot doo-doo water.
Yeah.
When he said that for the first time,
yeah,
that was epic, and that just took off, and everyone is just,
oh my god.
Hey, you used to call people out on their push-ups too if they weren't good.
Oh,
doo-doo water.
He would definitely have said that about my push-ups.
I wasn't pointing at you, John. I was just
no, but I mean you were pointing close enough. I'm just saying. Backseat driver used to give me advice. He would reply to my videos. You know, if you try putting your hands like
try putting your knees down, maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's that's not in the shot. You can't see the knees ever.
I want
Rod. Can you get rid of the comment so that we can? It's nice to see everybody's names because I think people are confused sometimes about who's in the panel. I want to make sure everybody.
Somebody had mentioned earlier about Kanto and how much he loved. I think that was you, John.
That was me.
That was actually Riley's very first comic book that she ever read because of him.
Absolutely. And Edwin was shouting this book out when the first issue dropped on the shelves. He was saying, "Read this book," and then all the way through to trade paperback, he was just like, "Read this freaking book. It's so good." And the only reason I read it was because of him. And so that I can't. People are saying they can't look at a TMNT without thinking of Edwin, and I can't look at Kanto without thinking of Edwin.
Both.
Same way.
I can't look at hot doo-doo water with that.
So good.
When he's the crazy,
the hot doo-doo water.
He said hot doo-doo water.
Oh my gosh,
that
so good.
was like it should have been a hashtag everywhere.
Right? So good.
It should have been. And to this day, if you see a crappy book, you say how doo-doo water.
It's required.
Well, I remember when Chris and Oscar wanted to start doing the numbered of jabronis with the sound clip, and they wanted the hot doo-doo water for a 0.
Yeah.
And I was in the chat, and I was like, "Hold on, I got this." Like pulled up a video in like 15 seconds and sent it to Oscar. I was like, "There you go."
There it is. It's so good. It's so good.
I got to roll out, guys.
I was going to say, if anybody needs to roll out, thank you so much.
I appreciate
to everybody who's been
having
joining
me
us
on and doing this. It was fun.
Hey, it's nice seeing you, Dustin. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, brother. Good to see you, Dustin.
Well, and Dustin, honestly, you are the guy that could have been in any of our panels tonight. Like every single one of them, I thought about. I was like, oh, Dustin could do. Oh, Dustin could do that. Dustin could do that. Hey, guys, thank you for being so flexible and for hanging with us, man. You're amazing.
Hey, Dust, before you take off, man, what's the next con you're going to? Because I always feel like when someone always misses opportunities to go out and meet people. It'd be nice to know, like, the next con you're going to. That way, people can meet you. I never pass up an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like who that said, time, man. We don't never get it back. So, whatever the next con is,
yeah, we're gonna be in Lexington in a few weeks, actually, middle of September. So we'll be there the whole entire weekend. Nick, me, and Justin, all three of us are gonna be there. So, if you guys are in the Lexington area, definitely come hang out.
Nice.
So, thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for doing this. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Dustin.
I'll catch you guys later.
Thanks, D. Quick shout out, man, to the panel. I want to say something real quick. The wifey and I are going to the con tomorrow.
Mega con.
I hope I don't get no COVID. I'm gonna be wearing 2 masks. I'm gonna wear 2 masks.
So anybody that's going to MegaCon, make sure you give Rod a big hug and kiss, okay?
Lots of coughs right on him.
Well, I'm gonna be washing my hands left and right. And the only thing I want to see is what if comics and Daredevil. So anybody around me, stay the fuck away.
No, all you want is comics, not Daredevil, and their vaccination.
That just went a little hotter than I thought. Shout out to.
I'm vaccinated. The wife is vaccinated. So I know some of the homies that I'm gonna meet. I'm 89% sure they're right.
I thought you were gonna say 89 years old, but okay, 89%. I know.
Shit, man.
Shout out to Jack, aka Mr. Bolo, who mentioned the Canto TMNT homage cover.
Yes.
That I know a ton of members in this community purchased with Edwin in mind, including myself. And I did not pull that one out. I did not have that one ready. But yeah, Jack, you are totally 100% correct. That is a great one. And Caroline and Chris, you are amazing as well. If you want the link to jump in, Chris, I totally understand. But Chris is another great community member who was really close with Edwin. And yeah, where's Carlito? Carlito, I sent you the link as a whiskey guy. We're gonna get around to hearing what people are drinking here, so you better make an appearance, brother.
We gotta get around here real quick, man, because I got the wifey here. I don't want her upset hanging out with the people right now.
As Rod says, happy wife, happy life.
Happy life, man.
John, it goes both ways. Happy spouse, happy house.
There you go. I like that one even better. Nailed it. I'm gonna start using that one.
What's my last using it?
No, it's
happy spouse,
whenever
happy
the wife,
house.
Yeah, whenever the wife says happy life, happy wife, say happy.
Well, you
spouse,
better
happy
start using it. It's there's no secret. Think about it. Happy wife, happy life.
But see, his works both ways. It can work for a husband or a wife. That's what I like about it. Happy spouse, happy house. I like that.
That's a good one.
Happy
That's a good one.
garage.
So I wanted to share the last 3 books Edwin sent me and his A-OK. So I mentioned the Batman one earlier. This morning I mentioned this Moon Knight cover that I just happened to say, he showed a video of what was on the wall at his shop. And I was like, that's a beautiful Moon Knight. He just bought it and sent it to me. But he knew that he had this that he wanted to send me to help me finish my X-Men run. He knew I was missing issue 113. And I still have the letter on the back that he gave me to go with it. It's just classic Edwin stuff. He's like, here's that X-Men that you need to complete your run. So happy I could help you with this. Plus, you asked about this Moon Knight cover while I was in Savannah, so here it is. And Batman 657 completes your Damian Wayne trifecta, so you have to have that. Thanks for being a badass homie and supporting the community. And, of course, he included hashtag Comic Jabroni Nation right there at the bottom.
Fucking
I love it. So that's my guy, and that's definitely awesome.
Carla. Yes, Carla. Yes,
handwriting.
Carla. Yes. I tried not to show too much of the handwriting so that you could.
And it's cool. It's cool that you can see the handwriting because I mean, this is a special occasion of what we're doing right now, and you know, it's just a lot of fun, and we're joking around, and then when you see what John just pulled up,
I was saving it. You know, I wanted. I didn't want to have to read it when I was sober, so I saved that for later. I'd love to hear what people are drinking. We're in the whiskey segment. Obviously, we know that bourbon and whiskey we're big fan. I have Eagle Rare, which is now one of my all-time favorite bourbons, and that was from Edwin. Yep. And I'm trying out Old Forester, which is got a strong bite to it, but nice finish.
Some of this, guys.
What do we got there? New Amsterdam?
Yeah. Whoa! Yeah. Holy coconuts! What is
we got the cigar
shout out
going
to
down
the
there.
Ocasio family. What's going on, you guys?
And Poser, what are you enjoying? I saw you drinking something.
So I've got 3 different ones going on.
What?
At one time?
Yes.
Ooh, 3.
Crazy boy.
A trifecta.
Last week, I went around Wisconsin and Michigan and picked this up from Wonderland Distilling in Muskegon.
Okay.
I was in Michigan last week.
Utah, I have a barrel-aged Manhattan.
Ooh.
And then to bring it home with my true just white trash gusto.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all got a little bit of that in us.
Uncle Bob's root beer flavored whiskey.
Yes, Uncle Bob, man. I miss that guy.
That's amazing. So good. And then I know Hudat's probably drinking the rum. He's probably got his rum going.
Actually not drinking.
Whoa.
But
wifey's not around. What are you doing?
But yeah, happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's good, right? It's good.
It is very good.
Look,
all right.
I'm gonna hang out for a little while longer, but I'm gonna share one book that actually I got a message from Jabroni about this book because another member in the community was selling this on his website. Mr. Reggie Collects was selling this on his website. This is before Reggie. This is before Reggie. This is before 14,000 sub Reggie. This is like maybe like 4,000 sub Reggie. It's like it's like it's way back in the day. So he messaged me. He messaged me. He said, "Hey, I don't know if you collecting this run, but I know you collect TMNT like me and stuff like that." He goes, "Reggie has a book on there. I think you would be interested in." And then he goes, "I already bought one." So he messaged me after he bought his. Point that out. He messaged me after he bought his. And they had one left. And he said it's the last issue in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures run, which is very hard to find.
Because a lot of those runs, like G.I. Joe, they ended with a super low print run.
Yes, super low print run. So you can look up this book if you want. It's like I said, it's not a cheap book, but Reggie had it at a great price.
Awesome.
And like I said, has all the turtles on there. But this is the last issue of TMNT Adventures.
What number did it finish at?
72. 72.
Because I remember reading the Daylight
and I haven't
40. I read the first 40 like candy, man. That stuff was great.
So yeah, he messaged me about this book, and I think he ended up getting a nicer copy too. But he left me one. But I do appreciate that. I said like a lot of people in the community, a lot of us have those special things we like. And just like if I knew a Daredevil book that Rod might not have, I might say, "Hey, Rod, I don't know if you have this book." Or like, certain books that I know people collect because I watch a lot of people's channels. And now that's pretty cool that he went out his way to do that because, not many people would do that. This is America. But the comic community is totally different.
This is
totally
America.
different.
I will say that right now. The most important thing I have to say is that the wifey is home. So
bring her on.
Was it? I just seen Old Wolf's wife.
She wants to jump.
I gave the link to Carolina and Classico if they want to jump in for the.
Do it. So, my ass needs to bounce out of this, man, because I gotta hang out with her. Because we're going to the con tomorrow, man.
There you go.
So, with that being said, I don't know if I hear from Stat, but with that being said, thank you all for hanging out. And this
he puts on the shades. I love it.
I hate doing this, man. And,
no, you don't. Honestly, Rod, you are a huge. I mean, you are a huge connector in this community. So I know you joked with me several times, like, "Oh, you should host this, John." I'm like, "No freaking way! Yours is the channel where people come together like this. It is the perfect place." Yep. And I thank you for taking the time to make this happen. So we've gone 2 hours and 10 minutes. We've had almost 20 community members roll in and join us, and I hope everybody had a chance to either get to know Edwin or to remember him a little bit. But thank you for doing this, man. It's amazing.
Right?
Can I ask one last question real quick before we go, Rod and John?
Yeah.
People, I want to say, if y'all see Rod, say hello to him at MegaCon. But one question to everybody: who's going to convention, and what convention? So people like the community can be like, "Oh, look out for such and such."
So Rod's
I'll
going.
start off. I'll start off really quick.
Do it.
And say I'm going to Dallas Fan Expo next month, September. I think like 17th. I think that weekend. I'm going all the way Friday, Saturday, leaving Sunday, but. Going to be Dallas Fan Expo, and Rod is going to MegaCon tomorrow. So hit him up.
Yes, sir.
Everybody can go wrong and answer, but definitely shout that out.
With the wife. I'm going with the wife, man. We're going to hang out, man.
Tony, are you going into anything?
Yep, I'm going to Boston Comic Con and maybe Providence, but definitely a Boston Comic Con.
Nice.
I just want to say a few more things. Jabroni, I love him. Always will. I made it old fashioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, brother.
I bought this goddamn glass because he had one. And he would do this.
Yes, he
go
would.
like this. And I smell vanilla, caramel. You can definitely smell the caramel. I think he bullshitted us every time. Okay, because all I smell is goddamn whiskey when I put this to my nose.
No shit, right? Just burn your nostrils.
I actually bought this friggin' Savage friggin' outfit.
Don't lie, you just
I don't even
took
know
your
who the guy
pubic
is, really, you know? I even bought a goddamn Slim Jim. These things are fucking disgusting.
You haven't even taken a bite of that shit.
I just ate one.
Oh my
God,
God, Tony.
This thing is so friggin' disgusting.
I couldn't have asked for a better end to this show right now.
Okay, this thing is totally this friggin'. It is. It's this. Hey, snap into a Jim Slim Jim.
It's actually.
It doesn't even snap.
It cures COVID, though. It cures COVID. Like just one Slim Jim and you're good.
I think everybody in this who was on this panel should buy one of these goddamn used motherfuckers and eat it and see how bad this thing is.
Well, that's breakfast every day.
This we made it because of Jabroni. God bless him. We made this a thing. We got people buying and selling these things.
Yep. And that's the highest graded. That's the highest graded yarn man on the census.
They're on the census. It's the only one on the census.
It's also the only. Yeah, it's also the lowest graded and the highest. It's both simultaneously.
Comic Con would never put this on a show and not know what the hell it is. Okay? Am I missing anything here?
So good.
These things are freaking disgusting. I just want to tell you that. So okay. Good. But I love the guy. I miss him.
Well, wait, we're only like a third of the way through the panel, Rod. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'll stick around.
I sat here quietly through the whole thing. I even had hair. I haven't had hair for like 30 years.
I'm saying it looked amazing.
Man, Old Wolf, you pulled off a good dude love.
Custom promos.
You look a good dude love,
right
man.
now. We got Mr. Honda.
Hey, wait, am I done yet?
No, he's not done yet. You're cutting him off. Rod's cutting you off, man.
Yo, man.
He's playing the goodbye music.
Like I said, you did it. I just want to tell you, man. I love you, and you did a great job, man. You did a freaking great job. You did the best job that you did. Awesome.
And I just want to tell you that. Okay, now you step all over me and go to the next guy.
Let's let Mike. Are you going to any cons?
Oh, good Lord. Everybody wants to
They're saying goodbye real quick.
And
Mike,
I'm
you
going
going
to
to
say
quick,
bye
Rod?
to everyone right now. We got the Jabroni right now, fixing cars. So what you got to do right now, go to sleep, have some cereal, and that's on you. We got right now, man, Jeffrey Comican Hansen. He is, of course, the dictionary when it comes to the Hulk. Maybe he don't know a thing or two.
Love you, Rod. You the man, brother.
Well, you can find a thing or two if you start searching. And with that being said, we got the first time ever. We got Who Dat. Who Dat may know something if he hangs out with you, Jeffrey. And with that being said, we got Old Wolf in the house, man, hanging out. This guy buys books, hangs out, sips a thing or two, and just chills, man. Check out his channel. And who else we got here? Whoa, holy coconuts. We got the comic book poser. He's not posing right now because he should have been posing long time ago. We've been reaching out to you, man, Mr. Poser. All right, relax. Nice shirt. But right now, man, Mr. Mike in the house sipping on a cigar. Pretty dope, man. Look at those.
Oh, put them away.
Put those away.
Doing my best Jabroni impression.
Those guns are dope.
You got to go to the veterinarian because those pythons are sick.
The garage is building, man. And stay tuned for that, man. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, all you ladies right now in the panel, thank you so much for being on this show tonight. With that being said, I'm your boy, Rod the Rican. With that being said, I'm not going to end the show, man, because we got to look what John is doing, man. He's taking a little sippy. So what you got going on, John?
You want you to chug it, John.
So I'm supposed to end this shit? Okay, well,
You're supposed to chug it.
Yeah, you're going to end this shit, John.
You gotta say with that being said a dozen times. That's the new drinking game,
panel,
right?
Relax for 1 second.
I think the final words. I mean, obviously, Edwin. I did not like this last whiskey. I mean, hey, it's not my favorite. But I will say, chicken butt. Cheers, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for coming.
Oh, come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying
I
to
feel
find
like I need to do the truffle shuffle to counteract that.
And Carlito gets in right at the last second. What? Cheers to you, Carlito.
What's up, guys?
I love you, Carlito.
No, Rod, we have to be on for another half hour now because just throw him on the bench.
Yeah, come on, Rod.
Carlito, firstly, what are you drinking, real quick?
So one of Jabroni's favorites, Blanton's. I was looking for a reason to finish this, but got the old horse on top.
Yep.
Those are the big bucks, man.
Gonna tap it out tonight. So
it's good to see you, brother. Thanks for making the time, my man.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you for 2 seconds, but I appreciate it.
As if we're not going to hang backstage for an hour. Come on.
Old Wolf's got to stay up like 2 hours now
because see, Rod can leave and we can all hang out backstage.
It's only 7:20.
All he has to do is click. All he has to do is click end stream and chicken butt. We will hang out backstage drinking.
Look,
you know what?
Sleeping on two different people's channels post auction. Everybody can leave and leave your ass on the screen.
There you go.
And people come watch you sleep.
I remember when that happened, and when I think Bueller and Reggie were stuck on a stream, and they were just running it when the host had crashed out their internet. It was amazing.
What's up, Jeffrey?
He started it. He started it.
I'm the only one who's hot.
Damn.
Rod, it's in the upper right-hand corner. End stream.
It's still on.
I'm all right, guys, man. I got the wifey here, man. I cannot do this right
Jeffrey,
now, man.
Jeffrey, does it say sardines on your chest? What does it say?
Don't let it derail, Rod. Chicken butt.
What?
Free samples?
Yeah, for all the women, free samples.
Huge thank you to everybody for coming by.
Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone.
You can kick Jabroni. You can kick
Stay
him out.
tuned when we hit the mega con tomorrow, man.
Don't touch Rod.